Hey class, welcome back to Chapter 8, Pythagoras' Theorem and Trigonometry. Today we'll be looking at calculating angles using trigonometry. So remember that trigonometry finds the relationship between the sides and angles within a triangle, where Pythagoras' theorem is only between the sides in a right-angled triangle. To calculate the missing angle, given two side lengths in a right-angled triangle, we need to use the inverse of sine, cosine, or tangent. So, like the opposite of plus is subtract, the opposite of multiply is divide, the opposite of sine is inverse sine, the opposite of cosine is inverse cosine, and the opposite of tan is inverse tangent, which we write as per this far right column over here, okay, with a little power of -1. The ratios are the same: O over H, O over H, A over H, A over H, and O over A, O over A. So all that changes is the theta and the little cosine switch places, and when we do that, we raise it to the -1. On your calculator, the second key followed by sine, cosine, or tangent will give you this little bit, and then it will open the brackets for you to type in the ratio. We'll come back to the little note on the screen in a moment. So we're going to calculate the missing angle in the following triangles correct to the nearest minute. Minutes here, okay, there are 60 seconds in a minute, obviously same as time, and in a degree there are 60 minutes. So think of a degree, if you need to help with remembering it, think of degrees as like hours, okay? They're not hours, but there are 60 minutes in an hour, okay? So there are 60 minutes in a degree. We're going to calculate the missing angles now. Again, the first thing you should do is label the side lengths. Here we have theta. The side that is across from the right angle is our hypotenuse. The one directly across is our opposite side, and our side directly next to it is our adjacent. So here in this triangle we have A and H. We don't have information on O, so we need to use cosine. So theta will equal the inverse cosine of A over H. Substituting directly in, A is 4 and H is 6. If we of course type that into our calculator, we will get 48.19 degrees. Okay, as a little side note, the 0.19 times 60, because there are 60 minutes in a degree, is 11.3. So we have 48 degrees and 11 minutes, which we indicate with this singular thing. So minutes, we use this. So if I say 60 minutes, and here we have 60 seconds, okay? The double dash for seconds. Similar like feet and inches. Feet and inches. Let's try another example. We now have our hypotenuse, which has no information given, the side directly opposite being the 3 and the 4 being adjacent. So we're going to use tangent this time. Theta will be the inverse of tangent, as per the formula. Substituting straight in, just because I don't have very much room. Our opposite side is a length 3, and our adjacent side is length 4. Entering that into our calculators will give us 36.87 degrees. As a little bit of side working, the 0.87 component, so just the decimal part, again multiplying by 60, will give us 52.2. So we get 36 degrees, the whole number part does not change, but instead of writing 0.87, we write 52 minutes with the apostrophe next to it. Okay, so it's an apostrophe and like inverted commas, like you would if there was a quotation. Last example now. Again, we'll label the hypotenuse first. The hypotenuse is 15. The opposite side is 12, and we don't even have any information on our adjacent side. So of course, we're going to use inverse sine for this one. So the inverse of sine, substituting straight in one last time, is 12 over 15, so opposite over hypotenuse. In our calculator, we get 53.13 degrees. As a little side note here, these little brackets mean this is my thinking, it's not part of the sum, it's just a little bit of side calculation. Okay, the 0.13, so just the decimal part multiplied by 60, because there are 60 minutes in a degree, is 7.8, which will round this time, keeping the 53 degrees the same, but we're going to round this to a full 8 minutes, okay? 7.8 rounds up. So just as a quick note, there are 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes, that's an apostrophe in a degree. That's where that 60 comes from. That 0.13 we take from this end here, okay? So it's the not complete degree, or the decimal points, okay? And finally, what other color can I use? Let's go light blue. I might regret this. The 53, so the whole number part, that stays with the little degree symbol, okay? That's all there is to this one. Practice makes perfect. You can also convert to degrees, minutes, and seconds on your calculator, which we'll go over in more detail in class. But otherwise, good luck with the work, guys, and I will speak to you all very, very soon.